Yeah.
Welcome back to the Musketeers podcast. Today we have myself, Anderson,
Saying.
Jose.
and we have so much to talk about. It's
God.
Say that one more time.
we have a lot to talk about. What are you gonna do about it?
Say that one more time.
Whoa.
So what I have here is
One of the very few products.
the very first product from a very special brand called Be Happy, whom we have the honor of, having the creator right here in front of us.
And we're officially sponsoring this.
We're officially sponsoring our own
Our own thing, yeah.
But yeah, tell us about the brand.
The thing is, I don't even want to call it
About the product, about the
project,
message, about the
about-
invention.
Thank you. About the art behind that.
That's far-fetched. I'm just kidding.
Just a little. No, basically, so I decided to create Be Happy, which it's not really a brand per se. Like, yes, we do have clothing, we have like home products and stuff, like pillows and blankets. We also have
And
like
phone
phone
cases.
accessories and stuff like that. But it was really more to kind of like spread a message through different projects. And so like through the last year of us being here in Paris, I thought about just like what does it mean and what I'm trying to build and stuff. And so I think that this first collection kind of represents that to me. So the way I see it, like hope is a walking dream, and even after if you'll see it on the website, I explain it as like a dream. It's not a reality. It's only a reality when you believe it's a reality. Like while you're in the dream, you get it?
Yeah.
Like while in the dream, you don't know you're dreaming, And in the dream, it's all real to you. And I believe that hope is the same thing, that if you have it, then you can create it and create a path, kind of like a
Towards it.
dream, And that's how I see hope. Like I found that my happiness comes from hope, like having hope that one day we'll be able to change and help Angola, having hope that I'll be able to give a better life to my loved ones, hope that we'll be able to do something good for the world, And I just saw it always coming back to that. And so I wanted my first project to kind of be dedicated to that message and to the people that have hope. The first line actually, instead of hope is a walking dream, was originally hope is the last thing to die. My mom always used to tell me that as a kid, whenever I was sad, and I don't know, it stayed with me. Like no matter what anything else happens, hope is the last thing to die. So if you have it, then you can always go forward. So yeah,
Facts.
That's deep.
so go buy it. But yeah,
Definitely words to live by, Hope is the last thing to die, so you never give up and always chase your dreams, because,
But I mean, even for Angola, talking about it makes a lot of sense, because all we have right now is hope for a better future, for a better something. And that's why we do what we do in a way, because we do see a vision, we do see a future where things are better. And what is that if not hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Exactly.
and that's beautiful.
and the people that
I like it, buddy.
the people that we surround ourselves with and who we get along most, it's people that have that. I see that the people that I'm surrounded with, they have that hunger, that hope that we can do better.
Get better, yeah.
And I think like that's also what's so sad. Sometimes people like lose it. Like they look
the
around.
past generations.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not easy to keep it either, bro.
No, I understand, and that's why you should go buy this product.
Have a little reminder at your home that
Yeah.
you need that hope. No, but it's not easy to keep that hope, especially when you've lived a life where you see that things aren't changing and things didn't change. I mean, we were talking to your dad the other day, and I'm not not gonna say anything incriminating, but
There's nothing to be said that could be.
no, but just like we can see that us compared to him, like compared to us, he's much less hopeful that things are gonna change in Angola, for example.
He's already had a whole lifetime of hope, and
Exactly, and nothing changed, and I don't know we are like this and have this hope, especially when the people around us or the people around us while we grew up weren't like that, but somehow we are like this. And is hope something that you're born with, something that kids usually have because they don't know reality or because they're naive, or is it something? I don't know if
Yeah. If you
people-
acquire it, or is it
Yeah.
like within? Well, what I was gonna say, I think like the difference what you were talking about was maybe that we're quite naive in the sense
Yeah.
that, like you were saying, my dad has already been through basically a lifetime, and so maybe we're just in a way naive to maybe the real world and what can actually happen, and we have certain expectations, but maybe they won't be met, and so maybe hope does partially stem from that. Um,
in which case it's good. It's good to be naive in a way.
yeah. But after I was going to say that I think it can be acquired, but I think it can also like it's a mix of both.
And yeah,
I think a lot of people may be religious because it gives them that hope that like if they give up that control to a higher being, then everything will be fine. And that in a way is having hope that it will be fine. You know?
You know, it would be cool. Like people like from past generations that may have given up, or people that don't have hope, to be maybe to repair that, you know, for them. Because right now
That's
they
true.
are the way they are because
True.
they're not seeing change.
Yeah.
But it will be amazing to see like in 10 years or 15 years when
A little has changed.
we're
yeah.
in positions where we can do things, for them to be like, oh yeah, maybe there is a future, maybe there is a
possibility.
path, you know.
Yeah. But what do you think would take for that to happen?
This is the question we always ask
I
everyone.
mean, yeah.
All
a
the
lot,
elders.
a lot.
Okay, no, we've actually asked this to a lot of people.
A
What
lot
do you
of
think is
people.
the most common thing they say? Because I have something in mind, but
I mean, start.
I think they like if you look at it through whatever else they say, it's always you. It's always like the future, this generation. That's
Yeah.
what it always comes back to.
Yeah.
And it's like we tried to set the foundation so you guys maybe can do something. And so it comes up to you if you're gonna grab those opportunities and make it happen. And that's I think is the most common thing. After I mean, there's also we need to pass policies. We need to
Yeah, but that's the most. I mean, that's the hard part. Let's say
Yeah.
like that. Yeah.
for sure.
But I mean,
Maybe that is why we're so hopeful, because we do hear that a lot, you know. that
Yeah.
yeah.
We're the people that have the power to change things in the future, you know.
But after I see some of y'all in this viewer.
But that's interesting that these people have lost hope in a way, but they always give us like the lesson they give us is like you should try it either way.
I don't think
I think
they
maybe-
really lost hope, you know?
Yeah, I think maybe they're just passing the torch, you know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Nice.
Fair enough.
Maybe they weren't able to do it, but now it's your turn, and
Yeah.
if you go and keep trying, eventually we'll make it there, you know.
Yeah. I think they always have that tiny bit
Tiny
of like,
bit,
oh,
yeah.
it can happen.
Because I mean, we've asked this question to a lot of people, and one of them was my grandfather, which went to war. He fought for Angola in this case, and he gave it his all. I mean, he was ready to give his life, you know. And what he said was, I mean, I can't do anything anymore. My generation, we've done what we could have done, and yet not much has changed. But now it's your turn. Like the country is stable per se. Like there's no war, there's no nothing like that.
Yeah.
And you have the conditions to go for it and actually make it big. And I think that's beautiful because they did their part. It's true. Like
Yeah, we can't say nothing has changed.
Yeah.
That's
And,
too
like,
much, but
Yeah, that's
it's
unfair.
not ideal, but they definitely did
they
have an
did
impact,
exactly.
and they did set the foundation for us to be able to go even further, you know.
and thinking about it right now, like my grandfather, for example, our grandparents, they went to war. They fought for it.
Mm.
Our parents, I think what happened was like they tried to
Create a society after war.
and try to make it themselves for themselves, and just because like our grandparents weren't necessarily rich or didn't necessarily have money.
Yeah.
So our parents, what their mission was, okay, let's create some economic stability for ourselves first. And now that we have that economic stability, we can try to see like the bigger picture and actually
bring it
help
to
the
a bigger
country.
scale.
Exactly. And I
Yeah.
think that's interesting. That's nice. I like that.
Things take time.
I hate you. Well, no, but if you think about it, like Angola in itself, and a lot of developing countries haven't had like a lifetime, you know? Like we
Yeah.
compare it to a lot of Western countries, but they've been here for
Centuries.
200, 300, yeah, a long time. And so that gives them time to be able to build. We even say, Like, for example, we speak a lot about democracy, right? And of course, it's important, and everybody should have a say in the political sphere. But the thing is, for a long time, if you take France, for example, they had a king, they had a queen, which in itself is kind of just like a dictator that can set that path until there was a certain stability and the people wanted democracy. And so, what we see currently happening in Africa with these coup d'etat and all of this is just like our history being created. So after we can have something for the people that is right and that is like not that is right for the current society and the current needs of the society.
You're not gonna
looking
say
at me,
anything?
bro?
Why are you
I'm
looking at me?
expecting
Say
you to
something. He's just looking at me like he's the one talking.
But it is true that African countries haven't had the time to develop properly. We look at it trying to compare ourselves to the Western world, to the United States, everything. But even Asia, they've had their time to grow.
Yeah.
We're pretty recent in terms of
The moment where we had that big
that
conflict.
freedom. Yeah, exactly.
And then, the post-conflict.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you think about it, just 20 years ago,
Yeah.
Angola was still
Yeah, we were in civil war,
Exactly.
2002.
It's crazy. That
in
is
20
crazy to
years.
think about.
That's somebody in their like a young life.
Yeah,
Like,
that's our older brothers, right?
Yeah.
They were right there.
You know what I would love? For people that watch the podcast, like what we were talking about, like things that could help change the country, like little things, like companies that could help the country. We said agriculture, we said tech, we said things like that.
Mm.
I would love for people that watch the podcast, if they had any ideas, like
text us so we can make
text
money
us.
off
Maybe
of
we
it.
can, yeah. No, but maybe we can help. Maybe we can do something, and that's interesting because we want to, right? And
Yeah.
that would be nice. Since we're not in Angola, can't really
Actually,
start
yeah.
things.
These guys, we were joking earlier, but they're actually going to be in Angola for a month
Yeah.
in December. So anybody who's actually worth their time, right?
Rogan.
No, they can, you guys can hit them up and meet up or something.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, for sure.
And if anybody's in Lisbon, I don't know, yeah,
Angola too.
yeah, basically, it's our headquarters in Europe.
Life is good.
What else we got?
Life is good. Life is good. We need to be happy, and for that, we need to go to therapy.
Whoa!
Yeah.
Skip that one.
Anyways.
So speaking about like Angola and African development and all of that, I don't know if you guys saw. Well, I definitely know you saw it because I sent it to you, but you guys just don't like the answer. That there was a project that the Angolan government spent 100 million kwanzas. No,
Dollars.
$100 million.
Kwanzas? No.
Kwanzaa would have been fine.
Yeah.
No, $100 million on what's it called, like Tarabatida.
Latid
Nope, definitely not. Squished ground,
Squished ground. Nah.
dirt roads, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
dirt
yeah.
roads. Dirt roads.
Yeah, they spent
To build dirt roads
Yeah.
somehow.
basically.
Basically to push around sand. All right. To make a path.
100
million.
And the bigger conversation is, why are we still spending this type of money on 100 million, like on
On
dirt
dirt
roads?
roads.
It's necessary.
You know it's
Science,
not.
Stop it.
Bro.
I'll walk out of here right now.
Bro, think about it. Think about it, all right? We don't have roads. No, think about it. We don't have roads.
Oh, and you want dirt roads
Listen.
that will be gone in a year?
Listen.
Uh-huh.
We don't have roads, all right? So we need roads to make roads. And if you're not seeing the bigger picture,
What's the bigger picture?
the bigger picture is they put sand all over the place
Uh-huh.
in order to put more sand all over the place after.
And after it rains, what happens then?
I mean, that's
Nah, the least they could do was freaking put cement, bro. Come on, man.
Yeah, like 2020.
no, but for real, like
I don't know why I said so many 20s.
That is a
I don't know what happened there.
that's a big issue in Angola. We don't have roads that connect the country, so like it's easier to get from Angola to another country than to move inside Angola, which is
Yeah. Which is
stupid and sad. It's ridiculous, and that's part of the reason why the country can't grow and can't make exports and imports, sure, but can't export stuff because what we produce is in the interior part of the country, and we can't get that to the ports.
And
because
even
we don't
just
have roads.
why we can't even use our own products that much,
Yeah.
because we can't reach the places where, we have the natural resources to make them efficiently and actually use the terrains that we have.
And that's like what's stupid is not stupid, but I mean what's unsmart is that
Clip that.
is that there's so much economic potential through that. Like it's stupidly big, and I believe that
Like the word stupid a lot, huh?
well,
It's the right word.
it's the right word right now. No, just kidding. But I think it would be bigger than oil, honestly, if we actually exploited it.
Yeah, definitely. But
And like agriculture, we have so much land, agriculture, livestock, like everything related to that.
yep.
If we actually dedicated ourselves to
Investing in that.
investing in that, bro, I love you. Investing in that, the country would definitely see an economic growth, and that's for sure.
I think the biggest problem in a lot of African countries are just like weak institutions, meaning that they're like we just don't have the right policies to let the private sector or people really grow and participate in the development of the country. Yeah, I was even that video I sent you guys that once again you didn't watch.
What do you mean?
Bro, you sent it yesterday night.
I did not send
What
it
video?
yesterday night.
Man, what video?
What video? You said it.
What video are you talking about?
The one where they explain the different economies in Africa.
Oh,
I didn't watch
haven't
that.
seen it. Yeah, we're gonna watch it tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were speaking. They were using the Mauritian Islands as an example, which it's like
Bro,
this
it's
really small
gorgeous.
country next to Madagascar, and they even call it like an economic miracle. There was a Nobel Prize winning economist that said that the Mauritian Islands, there was no way that they could grow as a country. They just didn't have the foundation to do so. But after their government really came together and they worked on policies and accords with different countries that could work on imports and exports, and now it's like one of the best economies and stable countries in Africa. Now, they are quite a small country, so it is
It's
relatively
limited, yeah.
easier to like manage. But it still shows that if you have the right policies, the right people, and the will to really like do it,
think
then
it's-
it is possible.
They took advantage of every sector, and that's what's smart about it. People, they didn't only focus on one.
Mm-hmm.
They took advantage of a bit of everything they had. It's a beautiful country, and I know that right now people, like everybody wants to go there for tourism. People
Yeah.
aren't thinking about, I want to go to, I don't know, Marbella. I don't want to go to Ibiza anymore. I want to go to Mauritius because it's an alternative, right? And it's
Yeah.
cheaper. And I have colleagues right now that like, a week ago, my colleague was like, he was like, "Oh, do you know Mauritius?" I was like, "Yeah, I know it. Why?" It's like, "You're African." I was like, "Whoa, okay, dude." But that's not the point. It was just the fact that he knew it, and I felt like that was nice because it came out of nowhere. Por así decir, like, yeah.
Like in one of the conferences I went to that I told you guys about,
Mm.
like they were speaking about financing of sustainable projects in Africa, right? And they kept bringing up this figure of, oh yeah, Africa needs a financing of $200 billion dollars to like realize these projects. And after there was this one lady, I know her name, but I don't know if okay,
Can't
whatever.
say it, I think.
Huh?
I think you can say it.
Yeah, Cristina Duarte. She's actually Angolan, which was really cool.
Wasn't she Cap Verdean?
She's
Both.
yeah, and she spoke on the fact that we say that we need like 200 billion to finance these projects, and yet like Africa as a continent loses over 500 billion
What does that mean? I don't know.
in mismanagement of funds. So it's like if we just get our stuff together,
If we just keep what we have,
then we can make it happen. And of course, like we need to work with other countries. I'm not saying that that's not something that we need to do, but it's like we need to learn how to help ourselves,
That's true.
first. And so, yeah,
That's
mismanagement of funds.
we've always known Now we have the money to be able to reach our goals, and in terms of potential, we're freaking unmatched.
Damn.
But like you said, yes, sir. But like you said, it's a matter of how we use our money, and what we invest in and what we prioritize.
Exactly.
And, we just got to get our priorities straight, because it's
Yes,
not
sir.
that difficult,
Yes, sir.
We don't have food. Make food, my guy.
It's not that simple. Yes, sir.
It is that simple. All right. It is that simple. You don't have food, go get food. All right.
Go hunt.
Go hunt.
No.
Go build roads to reach where we have food.
Damn.
How?
Fair enough.
And that has been another episode.
Look,
If you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't, no.
That's gonna be a Portuguese.
what I'm trying to say is we can make it happen. Our generation can make it happen. We make it happen if we want to make it happen. And I know you want to make it happen, so let's make it
So
happen.
subscribe.
No.
No.
Please.
Bro, guys, come on. No, we don't care about you anymore.
No. We're hope. This generation is hope. And for there to be hope.
Bro, guys, let's make hashtag
Hope.
Hashtag hope
No.
is a walking dream.
Yeah, hashtag is a walking dream. Let's make it popular. It's
It's
not gonna go viral. But I mean, it's alright.
But we can try.
Yeah, we can try.
Yeah, that's been another episode. So gustaron, estão gostaram, também gostaram. See you guys.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.